Hey guys, this is Christopher Satchel, writer and director of The New Tenet, The Wrong Place, The Wrong Time, and Daylight. With the previous video, the pitch video, my face was never revealed, so with this video I'm going to unmask myself and so we can have a conversation face to face, so let's do it.
What's up? What's up? First and foremost, I would like to give a special thanks to Shane Prather and T.A. Chin Chow. Both gentlemen have paid $35 towards the entire campaign, which means that they will have access to all three films, including 2.5 years worth of behind the scenes content and a personalized thank you email coming soon. So to those gentlemen, thank you. Right now, I am reviewing everything. I'm trying to do the best I can to try to seal the deal with people that I don't know, and the struggle is real. So I have a couple of friends who brought up some concerns or thoughts on the campaign or even questions, and I think I should just add some or mention some in this video as well. So hopefully it could help in the decision making, leaning towards purchasing a perk so we can get to our goal of $80,000. The first concern or question, or it wasn't really a concern, it was more just like statistically, the majority of successful campaigns typically have tangible items. And my friend brought up an observation noticing that most of my products are digital based and not like t-shirts, coffee mugs, things of that sort. And what I said to him was, which I'll say to you, is that my interest right now is towards the demographic who are okay with pre-selling of tickets, who are more interested in the film per se than the perks, because of a lot of factors, but the main one is right now I just don't have, I haven't locked that in yet, but what I want to do is that with all the pre-sold tickets should and potentially be enough to make the film. So I want to make sure that everyone understands that this is really a digital based type of product. However, you're not being undercut. I'll give you an example. If you look at the production timeline, it expands from this year to like end of 2019. So, or 2020. So that's like 2.5 years. So with that bonus content, you're getting behind the scenes content of seeing the sets, cast and crew interviews, bloopers, pictures, and vlogs. And not the least, two other things as well. Every Sunday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, from like 9 to 9:30 on Facebook Live, there'll be a live Q&A so people can chat and ask questions, and I will have guests of the cast there as well. And I don't care if I'm tired and exhausted from a long week of shooting, 9 o'clock on Sundays is your time. So that's one of the bonus aspects to that perk. As well, it'll be a spoiler alert, but I have the capability and the experience of internet broadcasting, live events. So what I'm going to do is take that knowledge and the equipment that I own and post up a few cameras and just live stream the cast reading through the script. And there'll be a disclaimer: if you want to go into the films with a clean slate, then just avoid at all costs. But still, that's going to be part of the bonus perk. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in that bonus perk, and everyone gets that perk, and even for the guy or the gal that even pays as low as $5 will be getting that as well. So think about it: 2.5 years worth of behind the scenes, entertaining, funny, deep, insightful content for $5. That's a steal, let alone $15 for streaming access to one film of choice, and that bonus content, including a personalized thank you email for $15. That's a steal. $25 for 2 films and all those other amenities. $35 for 3 films, and including the 2.5 years worth of bonus content of behind the scenes stuff. So the thing is that I'm trying to do the best that I can to give you more than what you're paying for, but at the same time, my priority is to make a good film. Like, my ultimate goal is not about just making movies, because I don't want to be an average filmmaker, and that's probably the biggest reason why I haven't shot a lot of stuff, because the stars and the financial budgets weren't aligned, and I'm like, dude, I'm not going to spend X amount of time and expect this film to come out the way that I think that the film could be. And on average, it's to be expected to compromise the script, to compromise a couple of things, aspects of your film, because of having little to no budget. But I understand that. But the thing is, it's even worse when you don't even have enough money in the budget to do it, and you still do it. So from here on out, and this kind of reflects this campaign as well. If I don't raise all funds, then I'm refunding everything. I'm not trying to keep people's money. I'm not into that game. I want to make good films that are entertaining for you all, And the only way for that to happen is obviously a solid script, but then also having a solid budget, and the thing is, talent, it will be easily accessible with a budget. People, talk about, oh, you should go to these mixers and you should go to this and that as an independent filmmaker. Yes and no at the same exact time, because the majority of the time you can't just say, hey, I want to do a short film. Can you work for free? Like, the higher the level of experience and expertise these people have, the less they're interested in doing stuff for free, unless they have a relationship with that person. So having a cold, pitch to a person that I don't know, more than likely they're going to wait until I have a budget to really go any further with me. So the thing is that's to be expected, So that was the first concern, and that's just where I'm coming from. And hopefully you guys have more interest in the film than actual, a t-shirt. Because one more thing about that too is there are a lot of successful crowdfunding campaigns for feature films, and by the time the film comes out, it's like the film's below average, or it doesn't reflect the hype that was presented in the campaign. So why would I want to wear a shirt of a below average film, So the thing is that I do, and I'm going to provide t-shirts, things that sort as a secret perk. But that's something that I'm going to present when this campaign is qualified to be a an in-demand campaign. The in-demand campaign means that once I meet my budgetary goal within the time frame window of my campaign, I will be qualified to allow the campaign to continue to accept money after the deadline date of the whole campaign. And I really need that to happen, because if you look at the goal meter at the very bottom, not of the page, but below the main pitch video, is that it says $780,000. So people are like, what the hell? 3 movies for $780,000? First and foremost, that is very cheap to have 3 feature-length films, especially films that are that aggressively competitive when it comes to trying to start something new as a franchise. Because even Daylight that's a big world. Even though it's on the planet Earth, there's a lot of stuff going on this planet, and I'm only asking for $350,000 for that film. The Wrong Place, the Wrong Time is a slasher. The reason why I'm asking for $350,000 for that film is that, yes, Friday the 13th was made for $150,000 back in the 80s or 70s. Late 70s, early 80s. But the thing is, you understand that a lot of things have been inflated ever since then. And then also, too, this film, the difference between The Wrong Place, the Wrong Time, which has been inspired by Friday the 13th is that the difference between my film and that film is very stunt intensive in ways that Friday the 13th has never been. You know, the stunts on those films were dangerous too, but the thing is, typically if you notice most of those horror films, they like Friday the 13th 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, they typically stay around a certain property area. They just run around the same building or between two buildings that are neighboring each other, so they don't go too far. Or if there is a kill in the forest, it's only like, you know, not that far away from the camp. With the wrong place, the wrong time, every single scene that is not fixated on one property area. This guy is trying to survive, and we're gonna have to make our way through the forest to show there's a journey in his survival than just like him and climbing out the window and then running to the nearby cabin that's right next door and close the windows and stuff like that, and then boom, the killer comes in, he runs out and he tries to turn on the car, and then he runs back to the same exact building as before, and boom, like, you know, that's Friday the 13th. This particular film is this guy is really trying to survive, and it's going to go from the one campground to another campsite, a neighboring campsite, to him running back to his campsite and tell his friends we need to leave now, to them, I don't want to spoil it, but then him falling down a cliff. You know, he gets shot, but it's a flesh wound, and he falls down a cliff and doesn't die, but is knocked unconscious and wakes up in the middle of the night when it's raining, and he gets up, you know, disoriented, and he looks behind him and the killer is there. The killer had to take he had to take a while. It took him a while to get down the hill, the cliff himself. So this whole film is about an adventure, and it goes from there to another camping site that's, you know, yards away, to a convenience store, to him trying to make his way back home. This is a journey, this is an adventure, and I really want to pull off the type of stunts that that have never been seen before commonly for slasher films, let alone a never before seen kill in slasher history, which I'm not going to spoil. You need to put your money down on the campaign. I know I'm rambling, I'm just excited about it. But yeah, so pre-sold tickets, I'm more interested in doing that, and I will do the t-shirts and other merchandise when we get to the in-demand mode. Another concern that was mentioned was that, you know, when am I going to be able to see the film? What, in 5 years? Again, if you look at the production timeline, you can see that, you know, the window of time of post-production, which is editing and getting the film locked in as a final cut. If you notice, there's a couple of months between that, you know, the previous film's post-production window, including the pre-production of the next film. And that window of time, not only preparing for the next film, but locking in distribution. Distribution is very, 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 very important to lock in. So the thing is, this year, when funds are completely raised for this campaign of $80,000, during production, I'm going to take a couple of days off from filming and go to the American Film Market, which is located in Santa Monica, California, which is not that far from where I'm at right now. I'm in Manhattan Beach, California. So I'm gonna go there and then just pass out cards and establish communication with distributors domestically and internationally that focus mainly on horror genre films, and follow up with them as I progress through the process of making all 3 films. So I expect and hope that by the time the film is done and it's locked into place, I'll set a meeting with them, give them a chance to screen the film, give their inputs on it, and really lock in distribution in some fashion. And the thing is that I can't release that until that's done first, because the biggest kryptonite, the thing that kills a lot of independent filmmakers spiritually and financially, is online piracy. It's, you know, the big conglomerate studios, they can afford losing you know, X amount of millions of dollars through torrents and online streaming of bootlegs. But the thing is, when it comes to independent filmmakers, small guys who are not part of the system, who are trying to make films that wouldn't even be interested by the system, you know, they the whole progression of attraction of getting some type of revenue from these films ends up stopping when people know, hey, I can just go over to X amount of website and just watch it for free. So the thing is, I need to establish that first, but you will be the first batch of human beings that will get a chance to watch it first.